Hey guys, it's Courtney. So today I'm going to be making a video on 10 reasons to go vegan. So I'm actually going to be reading these reasons from a list from PETA's top 10 reasons to go vegan in the new year, and then just providing my insight and, elaborating a little bit on it. But I'll link the list below. So the first reason is to slim down and become energized. And for me personally, I definitely did lose a little bit of weight. It wasn't a ton or anything, but the main thing that I really noticed is my body weight was distributed so much more evenly. Like, obviously, it didn't happen instantly, but once I was vegan for a couple of months, I just started to notice how much more evenly, my body fat and everything was distributed across my body. And I feel like before I was vegan, I just built fat in some strange places, and then I was really skinny in other places. It was just really weird. But now it's so much better. I just feel like my body's a lot more proportionate. And yeah, that's the main thing I noticed. So not necessarily a ton of weight loss, but just the way my body stored fat is a lot different now. But it could be different for anyone. It really depends on how your diet is before you go vegan, and then how you eat as a vegan, because you can still eat pretty unhealthily as a vegan. But I just feel like when you cut out something like meat and dairy, you'll definitely start to see changes in your body, because that's such a big change. And as for energy, I definitely have been so much more energized. It really depends on what you eat, because you could eat vegan junk food, or you could eat a ton of abundance, fruits and vegetables, and that's what I personally tried to do. And at first I didn't eat like that. I did eat vegan junk food. I did notice, even though I was still eating as a kind of a junky vegan, I still did notice a lot more energy. And I remember when I would get home from school or something, I would just eat a ton of cheese, and I just remember feeling so lethargic and groggy and gross and disgusting, to be honest. And I just remember thinking that everyone felt like that. Everyone felt that low energy and tired, and that's not true at all. It's just insane to me to think on how I thought. It's insane to me to think that I thought that was normal to feel that way. But in reality, that was just the food making me feel that way. And especially when I compare it to how much energy I have now, it's just mind-blowing, to be honest. I'm so grateful that I am vegan, because I wouldn't want to live any other way. Now, this is the second reason on the list, but in my opinion, this is the first reason in my heart, the most important reason. It says it's the best way to help animals. On this, it says, did you know that every vegan saves more than 100 animals a year? And that's true. Just by eating vegan, first of all, you save so much animals, and second of all, you're not funding that cruel, harsh treatment of animals. I mean, every living being deserves to live a happy life, and every living being deserves to live. I'm honestly, it makes me really upset, because, no living being deserves to be hurt and abused and tortured the way that the meat and dairy industry treats them. And it's so sad, because it's first of all, it's unnecessary torture. There are so many other substitutes, and there's food that's even better than meat and dairy and eggs. I feel like people are so used to eating animal products that they're scared to eat any other way. But it's so sad to me that any living being would have to go through that suffering that these animals are enduring, and they don't deserve it. It's completely wrong, and just by doing the smallest thing, but by just making a little change in your diet and not spending your money in funding this torture and this abuse, that's making all of the difference. And I think that what people don't realize is when they see or they notice the torture that's going on, they say, oh yeah, that's really sad, but they feel really powerless. Oh, there's nothing I can do, a lot of people think that, but you are the consumer. You are the person funding these factories and that torture. So just by not spending your money on it, you're doing everything that you can and you're making such a huge difference. And like all these vegan speeches say, there is no humane or right way to kill something that does not want to be killed. So the third reason is a healthy, happier you. And it says, a vegan diet is great for your health according to the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics. Vegans are less likely to develop heart disease, cancer, diabetes, or high blood pressure than meat eaters are. And that's true. That's 100% true. Our bodies aren't really designed to consume animal products. So, you know, when you're consuming them, your body's going to be like, you know, something's going to go wrong. Your body's going to be like, what is this? Like, something's going to happen. So that's why so many meat eaters suffer from so many health issues. And I just think that if you just make a little switch and, you know, just you can't control everything in your life, and you can't control everything that happens to you, but you can control what you put into your mouth. So I feel like by doing that, just by controlling what you want to eat, you can control so many other things, like, you know, health problems that may happen to you. And I feel like people are just kind of like ignore it when, at least I know I did, when people say how bad meat is for you. And I think a lot of it is probably because we're conditioned to believe that we need animal products and that we thrive off of animal products. And that's what we were taught. That's what our parents taught us. So it's just kind of scary to think that what you've been taught for such a long time may not be true after all. But yeah, I can honestly say, like, I mean, it's been proven that a vegan diet is a lot better for your health. And I sure as hell feel a lot better. Number 4, this says vegan food is delicious. I have such an appreciation for food now. I don't know. It's just great. I love food. But even if you don't want to be a healthy vegan necessarily, you can eat you can eat junk food if you want to, all the time. For any non-vegan food, they have a vegan substitute. You know, I'm not gonna lie, some vegan substitutes taste disgusting, but a lot of non-vegan food tastes disgusting too. So you just kind of have to try it out and find out what you like. But some of the best food that I've ever had, just out of like all the food that I've ever eaten in my whole life, has been vegan. Number 5 says meat is gross, and it says meat is often contaminated with feces, blood, and other bodily fluids, all of which make animal products the top source of food poisoning in the United States. Scientists at the Johns Hopkins Bloomberg School of Public Health tested supermarket chicken flesh and found that 96% of Tyson chicken was contaminated with Campylobacter, don't know what that is. Apparently it's a dangerous bacterium that causes 2.4 million cases of food poisoning each year, resulting in diarrhea, cramping, abdominal pain, and fever. There's the facts. There you go. Yeah, animal products, meat is gross. It's really gross. It's the flesh of something else. Our bodies wouldn't reject it and get food poisoning from it if we were meant to eat it. A lion, or, you know, something that's actually a carnivore, can eat raw meat without getting sick, and it digests it perfectly. But humans can't eat raw meat because it will make us sick. So, you know, that just kind of goes to show that humans aren't really designed to eat meat. Reason number 6 says help feed the world. And this says eating meat doesn't just hurt animals, it hurts people too. It takes tons of crops and water to raise farmed animals. In fact, it takes up to 13 pounds of grain to produce just 1 pound of animal flesh. That's crazy. 13 pounds of grain. 13. Just for 1 pound of animal flesh. What? That's such a... Oh, that is not efficient at all. I mean, we need to take care of our environment first of all, but there are people starving and we have enough resources to feed them, but, you know, I guess people just want to eat meat. So I guess your taste buds and your desire to eat meat is just more important than starving human beings. Reason number 7 says to save the planet. And yes, animal agriculture is the #1 cause of global warming. So, you can recycle, which is good. Recycle, yes. You can take shorter showers. You can try to use less water and use efficient light bulbs and stuff. That's great. Do all that. But if you're, at the end of the day, if you're still eating animal products, you're contributing a ton to global warming. Animal agriculture is literally the #1 cause of global warming. So number 8 is all the cool kids are doing it, which, I don't really think it's like that good of a reason, just for me personally, but I think it's awesome that famous celebrities are going vegan just because it's bringing awareness to veganism, and, a lot of these celebrities are role models. Number 9 says, look sexy, be sexy. Yeah. And number 10 says, pigs are smarter than your dog. Pigs can learn to play video games, and chickens are so smart that their intelligence has been compared by scientists to that of monkeys. Why would you think it's insane to kill a cat or a dog, but then eat a chicken or a pig for dinner? It's the same thing. I've played with the pig before, and I've played with the dog before, and they're both as affectionate. So that's it for today's video. This was literally my first video ever talking in front of a camera. If you guys like this video, let me know, and leave a comment down below on what kind of videos you guys want to see next. Bye!